That was employees of Yumi Claimer as they refused to work until their employers paid them for their overtime. Yumi Claimer, whose headquarters is in Spain, is one of the companies contracted by a resort project in St. David. The over 30 workers affected came from English and Spanish-speaking countries such as Jamaica, Haiti, Dominica, and Mexico. They claim that they were contracted to work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., but have been working from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and have not been paid overtime for the past 2 years. They further explained that Grenadian workers on the site working with them were paid for their overtime, but they were not.
Of course, it's unfair because we are from our country coming here to work for our families. We leave Jamaica, come here, leave Dominican Republic, come here to work for our families, so we deserve our money. We can't be working overtime for Yumi Claimer and not getting it.
And it states an overtime rate on the contract. So if you state an overtime rate on the contract, that means we're supposed to be getting overtime. Understand? So what happened now? You're trying to use reverse psychology from my understanding. You're trying to say that our contract is based from Jamaica and at the same time our permit is in Grenada. So they're moving back and forth from two different contracts, trying to confuse us. But every time we have a representative here, because it's not our country, sometimes we feel like we're not taken serious, not being a Grenadian. But most of the time we're still like, that shouldn't be the case. Our work permit is in Grenada, not in Jamaica or in Dominica Republic or Haiti. You understand? Or Mexican. So I think we're supposed to be treated fairly, and that's something definitely your country needs to look in because foreign workers are here to help build your country. And if we're treated bad, for us to come and develop the country again won't be, possible.
The workers said that this matter was earlier brought before the Ministry of Labour in Grenada and the promises of compensation were made, then broken.
Locals get that overtime paid to them, but we didn't get it. And it was advised by the Ministry of Labour that everybody's supposed to get the overtime because it's the law of Grenada. You work from 8 to 5, and we're working from 7 to 5 and we haven't received that hour. The Ministry of Labour told them to cut the hours from 8 to 5, and they didn't cut it. We're still working the overtime and not getting paid. We're supposed to receive the pay. We're supposed to receive the money this month. When we receive the money? September. We're supposed to receive the money September, the overtime money that the minister told them to pay, and we haven't seen it on our paycheck. So we confront them and they say, no money. They're not paying it.
A Grenadian worker with a Spanish background took it upon himself to fight for the workers. Johnny Blackman said although his efforts cost him his job, he saw it necessary to represent the workers. According to Blackman, who spoke to the news team just minutes after meeting with the Ministry of Labour, the matter was brought to the attention of the resort's management and the Grenada Labour Minister, who promised to intervene and address the workers' gripe.
And I'm happy to say that it was resolved in a promptly manner, which is beautiful because the minister was there and she really was with us, and she was with me this morning, and she really we was really in this log back and forth and everything, and finally we get everything sorted. Now it came to a conclusion, and I'm happy that the conclusion came finally that the guys are going to receive their money, and it was promised to us by the contractor, which is the other company, so that the guys honestly they could go home, and at least if they're going home or they are sent home, we don't have a problem with that, but at least let we go home to our family with something, It is promised to us not by the same Yumi Claimer, but it is promised to us by another company, and the company is the company who contracted Yumi Claimer. Yumi Claimer is only a subcontractor to that company.
Labour Minister Claudette Joseph, when contacted, told GBN she was not briefed on the issue and so was unable to comment on the dispute. Blackman confirmed to GBN just before news time that the workers went back to work and are satisfied with the speedy resolution reached on the matter. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.